want a war, you're going to get one.
What was that? He had no time for one more play.
He had an opportunity to win that game.
But the referee screwed us. The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
the brother screwed us.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys game.
You
The
literally
brother screwed us. The brother screwed us. Yeah, we had one man opportunity for one more play.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, Dingbat here, and welcome to Browns Eagles joint practice. This should be really interesting. What is going on, everybody? How you guys doing today? Registers too slow. What's up, J-Dog, Chris North, AC Fit, Chris Clement, Rich, KGK, Filioso, Logan Motorsports, Trav, Devin, Laceyford, Nick, Billy, Nicholas. Thank you guys for being here. James Worthy, Farrow, Barbie, the doll princess of YouTube. What's up? Joseph Michael, J-Dog, Diary of a Mad Panda. Interesting name. Nico, what's going on? Joseph, anybody I missed, I apologize. What is happening? Oh, man. What a morning. All right, so let's see what's going on right now. We got practice underway with the Browns. All right. There's a lot of people there at practice today. All right, let's go right into the will not practice. Let's see what this mess is all about. All right. Ed Kratz says, Eagles Wednesday practice report will not practice. A.J. Brown, hamstring. Elijah Cook, shoulder. Landon Dickerson, knee. Kenyon Green, shoulder. Limited, Zach Bond, Gabe Hall, Miles Hinton, Montrell Johnson, Byron Young. A.J. Brown's not practicing again. No surprise. No surprise. He got Hurts out there. What has happened, everybody? How you sound get well. Yeah, dude, I fell asleep on the couch yesterday. Just thought I was tired. I woke up with a full-blown fever. So I had about it was just under 102 last night. And yeah, I feel like crap. I took some ibuprofen. Yeah, and I got a fever. I don't know where it came from or how the hell I even got it. But I don't feel good this morning. But you know what? The show goes on, right? We gotta do our work. So I'm sorry that I don't sound better, but I'm suffering right now. Yeah, I don't understand where I got it. I haven't had a fever in like 2 years. No, 3 or 4 years since like that virus was going around. Yeah, I take vitamins. Drink fluids, I will. You need pickle juice to feel better. Man, it's crazy. I woke up, I didn't know what was wrong with me. I'm like, I think I got a fever. And I took my temperature. It was like 102. I was like, holy crap. And I suffered all night. I couldn't sleep, man. Like the muscle pains, in the legs and stuff, like the rest of the flakes. I couldn't deal with it. 500. Who ended up being AJ Summers' quarterback? I never heard of. I don't know what you mean. That was Malcolm. Was that Malcolm Jenkins? I didn't even notice. This should be an interesting practice, though. Don't forget your fun stuff, right? Donnie, what's up, my man? Phil, you better take care. We need you, brother. I'll be all right. I just gotta get through the day. It's a busy day, so I don't know. I might not do an afternoon video. We'll see how I feel. I got a lot of stuff going on at work. 500, watch out for the chems. They've been putting the air near for... Really? I will. Oh, Ace of Squades. I don't know if I pronounced it right. Thank you so much for the super chat. First of the day. Shout out to you. Appreciate it. So much. Unlike McNabb, you kill it when you're sick. Hope you feel better, big homie. Thank you. Yeah, unlike McNabb, I'm here. I'm here. You know, nothing I can do about it. I can't take that day off, so we just get through it. Darius Cooper's about to break that fever. You know it. Get better, real. Thank you, buddy. The Eagles' defense line are hungry, and Shedeur Sanders is the main entry for today, right? What up, Philly? A soap opera, 365 days with the Clown Boys. Dude, that team is a joke. Is a total disaster. Are they not a total disaster? All right, so we got some stuff going on here. We looked at some videos. What? He publicly stated he was looking for a real quarterback to throw to him over the summer. Yeah. That's where he lived, right? Like, I think he just trying to get like high school kids to come out and throw to him or something. I don't know. Potassium, yeah. I got some electrolytes right there. I'm gonna drink and sip on. All right, let's see what's going on here. All right, so Dory Jackson with nice pass breakup, 1-on-1 versus Cleveland. There you go. Calling it Makumba Cure getting picks practice today. I hope so. I would love to see Makumba step up. You know, like step up now. Let's see here. All right, let's see if I can find any updates. What is this Deshaun Jackson, Michael Vick thing? They're coaches now. Dotson killed the defensive back. Where did you see that? Avery Williams, first punt up returner. All right, here we go. All right, so Dotson with a really nice one-on-one rep versus Cleveland defensive back made a super hard cut and created a ton of space. Dotson's going to have a good year. Avery Williams up punt return, up first at punt return. I don't think he's going to win the job if it's just me. Dory, yeah, he had a pass breakup. Let's see if we can see who else other guys are going. I have to learn some of these Cleveland guys. Let me see here. Oh, man. Mav, what's going on, my man? How are you? Finally, you need day spa. Yeah, I know. I'm struggling. I am. It was really hard to wake up because I finally fell asleep like around 4. Michael Kutcher's Norfolk State and Deshaun Delaware State. It's crazy, right? 500 got that vid-19. If I'm Howie, unless Bennett shows something, I'm trading for Greg Newsome as soon as the joint practice is over. Is Newsome available? What's the story? I haven't heard anything on Newsome. What's the story on him? How long do you think this practice goes on? I'd say 2 hours. Nothing. If I'm Howie, Dak Prescott winning the Walter Payton Man of the Year award makes sense. Just ask opposing defensive backs. He's giving, yeah, right? Yeah, I saw James Cook got paid. Put onions in your socks. It takes all your sickness away. Your wife may not want to stick around. I know. It's a good idea. Newsome is young and due for a contract soon, but I think it's feasible trade target. Is it you thinking like a trade deadline, or you think they're going to be willing to trade him right now? I mean, do the Browns consider themselves contenders? That's what I want to know. $12 million a year. Newsome has been burnt toast. No thanks. Yep, giving Bennett a bunch of reps. Let's go. Where did you see that? I don't see anybody updating anything. Where are these people at? I'm scouring, man. Oh. Nothing. They all look tired. Yeah. Everyone wants to be us so bad. Bring running backs and pay them now. Everyone's paying their running backs. All this running backs better be giving Barkley a check for getting a guy, right? You ain't kidding. Newsome is far better than Jackson or Ringo. I mean, I didn't hear they were shopping him. Newsome was one of the trade blocks, but after Emerson injury, all that talk went away. Gotcha. Great job, Philly. Keep the beard growing and keep us fans informed. Thank you, Code Man. Appreciate it. Miles signing back with the Browns made no sense because he said he wanted to go to a contender. Yeah, obviously he didn't mean that. He was just threatening. I wish they would stream practice too. Hey, Philly, how's our new corner doing? Well, he's had a few reps. I mean, it's really been hard. It's been hard because he hasn't had much time to really do anything yet. So we'll see. He has gotten some first team reps. But let's see here. Let me check this out. Man, there's nothing. It's like these guys don't want to update. Cooks ain't no damn 48 million. No. Newsome not worth the price. Y'all forgot how bad we made Buddy look last year. What I missed, all I saw was AJ sitting out today. Not much. They've only mentioned a few reps. One was Adoree, one was Avery Williams as a punt returner. Dotson had a really nice one-on-one rep. And that's basically been it, really. Or Dory Jackson with the starters today. Seems important in joint practice that he's a starter. So that's what Elliot Shore Parks is saying. Yeah, Jackson's starting at joint practice. We'll see if Ringo starts tomorrow at joint practice. 500, you see where Jerry Jones came out and said he beat cancer in 2010? No, I didn't see it. I didn't see it. Ja'Cory Bennett in 8 games as a rookie with Vegas didn't give up any touchdowns. Okay. And he played Jamar Chase. Yeah, he did good. I mean, like everybody in Vegas that talked about him thought he was pretty good, you know? James Hawthorne, man, thank you for the super chat, man. Shout out to you. 8500. We are going to put you on a 7-day IR so another team can claim you. Feel better. Thank you, my man. Nah, there's no IR for me. We play through it. I don't think so. They have a door starting to see if he steps up. Vic testing him. So you think he starts the next 2 days and this is like his giant test? Yeah, it might be. It might be. We'll see, man. I'll see if I can find anything here. Kenny Pickett is back in town now, right? Because he's with the Browns. That's interesting. Yeah, Bond is back. He's limited. We need to have a section for comments for people that have actually played ball. Dory isn't not bad player. Hit that mother humping like button. Yes, please hit that like button. Rock the artist. Time for action. What's up, my man? Bring in Sam Jr. and Simmons. Let them stop playing. Let the young kids learn from them. I just don't know what Justin Simmons has left at all. 35, do you think the future YouTube channels will eventually take over sports broadcasting? Get up first things, ESPN? I don't know. I know that all those big companies are now coming onto YouTube, but they're still who they are. I don't know, man, honestly. No. John Clark. Let me get John Clark up here. All right. Let's see what he's got here. Everett Williams, thank you so much for Super Chat. Appreciate you. Shout out to you. What up, Philly? Thoroughly enjoy the content. By a show of number of years, how long have you actually been an Eagles fan and aren't bandwagon? Oh, I was born an Eagles fan. I was an Eagles fan born into it, Family, father was an Eagle fan, grandfather was an Eagle fan, from the area and all that. So what? 5 years old, back when Dick Vermeil retired. That would be my earliest time being Eagle fan. So no bandwagon here. I went through all the pain. I went through the Fog Bowl. I went through the NFC Championship losses. I went through all the years we stunk. No, long time. Are you going keto again? No, I think I'm done with keto. It doesn't seem like it's too hard to stick with it. Eagles first team defense lineup: Adoree Jackson corner, Sidney Brown safety, Bond is back out there, and Trotter Jr. Zach just made a nice play versus the Browns. Jahad Campbell is now out there, and Makuba is getting reps as well. That's good. Okay. So Makumba's getting reps. I like that. I can't wait to see him play this week. Ringo and Dory look so bad that I take Avante Maddox over them. Oh, that's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. All right, here you go. Here's the interception stuff. All right, so Hurts picked off on 7-on-7, tried to squeeze it into Goddard, and it was intercepted. Hurts with a rough start to the day. 3 of 6 with an interception in the first 7-on-7 session. He's counting incompletions and completions. Welcome to Eagles Nation, right? Schwartz going crazy versus Vic. A lot of Eagle staff over there, huh? I'm not panicking about the interception. We panic about it. No, definitely don't panic about interception practice. I would not panic. Ozempic, no, I'm definitely not going to do that. That seems like I would have too many other problems. Hate ESP, right? ESP get ready for that D- grade. Oh God, how do you grade a quarterback like statistics in practice? Harold, the story is that the Raiders didn't like how he fit. They like big corners. We like zone corners, so he fit well. Played really well according to Raider fans, and was the best corner. That's exactly what I heard too. Bennett needs a new number. He'll get it when they cut people. It's over. It's over. Who cares about bandwagon fans? They're fans. They wasted money to say that dumb shit. I'm not sure what we're talking about. Is Deion Sanders Jr.'s getting rep? Shador? I assume. I assume he will. Let's see here. I'm not worried about Hurts' interception either. I'm looking. Nothing. God, these updates are really slow. I don't like it. Trade DTR to Cleveland for Shador. They ain't gonna do that. How's Avante Maddox doing? I forget about him or. Well, he's in Detroit now, right? In Detroit. Shador Sanders was literally one draft pick away from being an Eagle. It's crazy, right? Yeah, Jalen Hurts interception in 1-on-1, Miles Harden, and then 7-on-7 Devin Bush early in the practice. Okay. So Zach Bond was back, returning to team drill 7-on-7 next to Jeremiah Trotter at linebacker. See, can you guys see that? Bond broke up a Kenny Pickett pass over the middle. It's everybody breaks up Kenny Pickett passes. That's why he's in Cleveland. There you go. Tanner McKee with an awesome deep completion to Johnny Wilson, who has come on strong the last week, was a great catch. So Johnny Wilson making plays. How about that? 500. What do you think of Kenyon Green? You think he makes the roster? He probably makes the roster, but there's really nothing to be impressed with. He barely has practice. He's hurt. All the NFL owners collude against Shador. Isn't life grand, right? One pick, and he's an Eagle. Pickett throws at 5 miles per hour. Anyone can break his passes. That's true. Shador makes good decisions. Too tall, Johnny Wilson. Johnny Wilson has really started playing way better the last week and a half. Here you go. Ringo is now with the starters. Keep Ringo with the starters in 11-on-11. So they're doing 11-on-11s, and Ringo is now with the starters. Interesting. We got 878 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hit that like. Make sure you subscribe. We only got 185 likes. 185. I got 800 people and 185 likes. We can't have that. That isn't acceptable. We got to get at least 500 likes. Come on now. Hit that like button for your boy. Ringo in 11-on-11s. Yep. Keely's got to make his play, right? You told me about Project 89. What's Project 89? Johnny Wilson? Give me Project 41. How about that? I like Project 41. Although I haven't heard anything about my boy today. Where's Darius Cooper? Yeah, hit that like. Damn. I'm getting killed out here. 541, it is a crazy number. He will not keep that number. There's no way. Let's see. Nothing. You think Campbell will change his number 30? Looks weird. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sold that he's going to keep it. So if I would wait to buy a jersey. I'm going to try out for cornerback 2. Sucks that I'd actually have a shot. I hope you would. I want to see McGee and Marshall connection. Let's see it. Marshall has really fallen off since he got hurt. 500, like, come on, guys, we can do it. Yes. Bennett will for sure have a pick 6 this Saturday. Bet at 500. Man, I hope so. Look, I want to see somebody run away with that job and just win it, Win it unconditionally. Looks like the Browns' defense is getting the better of our offense. Myles Garrett with a sack on Hurts, 11 on 11. Cooper was 6 in high school. He might have to keep that 41 Adoree gets cut. Yeah, to get 8. Unleash Jahad Campbell and the Browns, right? So Garrett with a sack on Hurts. It feels like, just from what we're hearing, that they're struggling with that defense. I mean, that's what it feels like. It's getting tweeted out. Johnny Wilson just made a nice catch using his size down the sideline. Ringo is now getting first-team reps. And then Myles Garrett getting after Jalen Hurts. He had a sack. We heard that. Brett Toss stinks. He does. Online problems? Maybe. We've had some sacks. We've had some turnovers. What's going on with this team? It's like Jalen struggling and Tanner is crushing it. Maybe. Nickname Area 41 is kind of cool. Area 41. I like that. Feeling Landon's lost presence. Could be. What's up, Philly? Hope all's well. What have I missed so far? Not much. Jalen threw an interception. Offense seems a little bit like a little struggling a little bit based upon what we've seen. A lot of people aren't tweeting out a lot of stuff, but based on what we've seen, it seems like the offense is struggling a little bit today versus the Browns. You know who's had big practices when we've had these joint practices with the Browns has been Devontae. Nick, thank you for the super chat, my man. He says Garrett could be an Eagle if he wants to lose, but he wants to lose. Yeah, he wants to lose. He chose losing. You can't say I want to win. I got to go somewhere so I have a chance to win, and then sign with the team that you're saying doesn't win. I mean, if that tells you he doesn't want to win, I don't know what does. I see another win situation. Maybe Hurts lost his confidence and scared McKee might take his job if he mistakes. Nah, I think you're looking too much into it, man. The thing is, Hurts won a Super Bowl, won an MVP. I don't see where he would have lost confidence. Fab Folder, thank you for the super chat. Stuck in LA traffic. It's good to be listening to you. Oh, man, shout out to you, man. Sorry that you're stuck in traffic. I know how that is. Garrett is a problem for anyone. This is true. This is true. Let's see if we can find any. Oh, man. Damn. Whew. Everyone is entitled to a bad day every night. Yeah, no need to worry. What would be 10 or 8 that good, folks? Great backup. Good backup, yeah. So what do you think about Simmons? Justin Simmons? I think if you could avoid him, do it. I don't know what he has left. I mean, what does he have left? You've had so much success playing young guys and developing them. I say don't change up now. I wonder who got beat by Garrett on that play. Yeah, they didn't say. Ricula. Huh? We shouldn't be surprised. As soon as Hurts does our bad thing, they're ready to say he sucks or replace him. But when another quarterback throws interception, it's just practice. It's hilarious. It is. I mean, look at all the excuses they make for Dak. Thank you, man. Those electrolytes taste good. Thank you. I'm struggling, and I apologize for that, everybody. I have a full blown fever this morning. Like it was about 102 in the middle of the night. I took up an ibuprofen, and they're kicking in a little bit, but I still can feel it. So I apologize if I seem a little bit like I'm just struggling today. I don't know. I might skip the afternoon video. I have so much to do at work. Kids got a bunch of school things I got to take them to. It's just like, I don't know. Elliot Shore Park says, Ojulari with a sack versus the Browns second team offense. There you go, Ojulari. There you go. Sorry you're not feeling well, Chant. Thank you, my man. Thank you, Logan Motorsports. Get out yard with no shoes or ground, meditate. I can't be walking around barefoot outside. I can't do it. The fact that you're here means a lot. You should get some rest. Thank you, John. I gotta do. People expect me to be here, man. I made a commitment to come and do this. I'm gonna do it. Damn it. No matter how sick I am. Dre Diesel, thank you for super chat. Drive it through sack. Any word on Mukuba, Jalix, and Nolan? Mukuba was mixing in with some first team reps. I know for sure. Very quiet on Jalix and Nolan, but Mukuba is getting some reps. It looks like Ojulari finally had a sack. That's a good sign. Here you go. All right, this one's going to be of interest. Check this out. Jacorian Bennett had a nice pass breakup while in good coverage against Jerry Jeudy. That's what we want to hear. That's what we want to hear. We love the passion affiliate. That's why you're the best. Thank you, John. We need to start hearing more about Jay Hunt. He's been quiet. He's starting edge. Yeah, he has been kind of quiet. I think he was a little bit banged up like last week. I don't know to what level. They haven't put him on the whatchamacallit, so I don't know. We got 971 people, only 369 likes. Hit them likes. Make sure we got to get over 500, and I won't bother you guys the rest of the day. I'll feel like I did my job. I love that Bennett made a play. Jacorian Bennett, our new quarterback, too. I like it. I like it. Bennett, that's what we need, man. I want Bennett to win the job. I want somebody to win that job, you know? Oh, man. How long do you think they go? I think they're going to go about 2 hours. $90 minutes. Yeah, you might be right. Ringo is ass out here. Yeah. Still have to keep it Dory. Well, yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll see how it goes. Nothing better than 500 while I'm on the clock. Thank you. Go F yourself. And he made a play on Jeudy. Let's go Bennett, right? That's what we want to hear. We want to hear the corner make plays. Justin Ryan, thank you for super chat. Because maybe we should put McKee at quarterback one, better thrower. You want to get rid of the Super Bowl MVP already? No, I don't think you can get rid of. I don't think you can get rid of them. Bennett is the truth. He is. Cooper and Wilson make this team. Cooper better make the team, man. I think Wilson is going to make it. I hope they both make it. Let's see. Any updates? The last update is the Jacorian Bennett play. Nothing. I think we need a solid backup quarterback, even if Bennett works out. True. I'm so happy Johnny Wilson is finally playing his size, the tallest receiver in the league. If he plays like he could, make a really nice difference. I agree. Justin, thank you for the super chat. He goes, ESPN said Pryor will be the right guard. Do you agree? No. The only way Pryor would be at right guard is if they move Steen to left guard while Dickerson's out. But as soon as Dickerson comes back to left guard, Steen's going to be at right guard. Steen's going to be the right guard, not Pryor. Ringo will be winning your hearts come week 1. There you go. I like that. There you go. Confidence. The Latin Inferno, thank you for super chat. He goes, keep one. Wide receiver. Anaya Smith, Johnny Wilson, or Terrence Marshall Jr. Johnny Wilson. I would take Wilson over both the other two guys if I had to choose. But there's one guy I would take over that. That is my boy, Area 41. I like that. Justin, thank you for super chat. History shows us non-mobile quarterbacks have the most success. Yeah, I mean, I get it, but dude, Hurts just won a Super Bowl MVP. I just don't understand. Ojolari with another nice play. Elliot Sure Park says, Ojolari with another nice play, this time versus the run against the Browns starters. Good day so far for him. So Ojolari's showing up. How about that? We haven't seen anything about him, really. And he's playing well against their starters. That's good. Good for Ojolari. I like to hear that. We are scouring. Here you go. All right, so all three corners getting reps with the first team. Bennett is in there now, and we knew he had a pass breakup. And then somebody asked me about the situation with sorry, the offensive line. Brett Toth is taking Landon Dickerson's spot again today. So that means Steen is at right guard. So it's Steen, not Pryor. Whoever said Pryor, they're wrong. People with hilarious posts after one preseason game, you want to replace our beloved quarterback when you eat. No Eagle fan. I wish we could revoke people's fans. It's crazy. I don't know why they're so ready to get rid of Hurts. Justin, thank you for super chat. He goes, what? When Hurts runs slow in his 30s, his arm win. Well, I mean, Hurts still by that time, hopefully, he'll be an even better passer. People see backup playing against backups and forget seeing Jalen winning versus the GOAT 6 months ago, right? Yeah, Bennett had a pass breakup. We talked about that earlier. Let's see. There only seems to be like a couple guys. Uh-oh. Here we go. All right, here we go. Jacorian Bennett just got beat for a touchdown pass. All of the corners are getting reps in the Eagles' first team defense against the Browns. So Bennett just got beat for a touchdown. Shake it off, man. Shake it off. Here's another interesting. Almost an hour into practice and 0 team reps for Sanders. No idea what the Browns are doing at quarterback. Wow, how about that? Interesting. So is Bennett trash now? No. You listen. Those things happen. You got to It's how you adjust to it. It's like the Ringo situation, right? Like he missed a tackle, had a bad game preseason 1. Okay, that's fine. It happens. Now, how do you adjust to it? Jim Adams, thank you for super chat. He goes, get some Dayquil in your 500. Always brings me back. Yeah, I'll have to try something. Right now, my head's throbbing, like throbbing. I got the worst symptoms. I don't know what the hell I have. Sanders will be better. And thank you for that super chat, by the way, Jim Adams. Appreciate it. Bennett's still learning the defense. He is. Browns don't want to show Howie anything. They're probably scared. We'll be fine. Elliot Park says touchdown. Hurts with a short completion to Dillon for a touchdown from about the 5-yardish. All right, so there you go. Hurts comes right back. Yep. A.J. Dillon just caught a touchdown pass from Hurts against the Browns defense. There you go. There you go. Angela says, prayers, family. I understand about being sick. Responsibilities. My husband is a disabled Vietnam Army vet, terminally ill from Agent Orange. When I got sick, I just praise Jesus and keep going. Amen. Praise him. And shout out to your husband. Thank you for his service. Agent Orange is no joke. Thank you so much. And amen. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. I appreciate the kind words, Angela. I really do. Always chose Peyton on Jalen Hurts as a quarterback. He played so well in both of the Super Bowls, but I like the way he is about it. He calls me a lot and asks me a lot of questions. Yeah, Hurts is a winner. Hurts is a winner. I feel like I speak for all of us when I say you can end your stream right now if you're sick and we will all be good. I know, Cloudify. I know, but I feel responsible. You know what I mean? I make a promise to come here and do it. I got to do it. It's like, this to me is like peak training camp today. So today and tomorrow, peak training camp. I might not do an afternoon video. I might just rest. I got so many other things I got to do, but maybe I'll do one. Maybe I won't, but I got to come on and do this, John M., thank you for super chat. Feel better soon, 500. Thanks for keeping us informed. Thank you. I appreciate it. I just don't know how I got sick. Like, I don't understand where it came from. Robert, what's up? Called him a true student of the game. Love to hear that. Yeah, especially from Peyton Manning. And then did you hear what Brady was saying about like Burrow? And I sent it to Mark because it's really Dak too. It's these guys, these quarterbacks who are franchise quarterbacks, and they always have an excuse. Well, I don't have this team and I don't have that team. And Brady talked about it. He said, I didn't either, but I found a way. Sometimes you have to rise up. I was like, damn, that's right. Yeah, Browns fans said they owned us. Yeah, in practice. I do not anymore. I have moved away from the area. I am now, when I got married, I moved away. But I do miss it. Philly, God bless you, my friend. These early morning streams are killing me. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you. The Browns stains, yes. Browns have 0 rings, and they will. Can't follow a grown guy riding a broom. You mean like this? You don't mean this, do you? Little horsey riding? Look at that. Now that's training camp right there. That's how you train. Ay, ay, ay. All right, let me get some updates here. I'm trying to keep myself small. Pause. London Munden. Munden is getting a lot of first team reps at linebacker next to Jeremiah Trotter Jr. How about that? I think they really like this Munden kid, man. I mean, for a kid as a rookie, he's getting a lot of playing time. A lot of playing time. Shador playing on Saturday? Probably. That's probably why they're not getting him a lot of reps today. Yeah. London Munden. Somebody told me it's London Munden. All right, Munden. Yes. Who's a Hall of Famer on the Eagles right now? Right now, you have one shoe-in Hall of Famer on the Eagles. You have a lot of guys with the potential. I think you have two guys that'll get in right now. I think A.J. Brown will be a Hall of Famer, and I think Lane Johnson is definitely a Hall of Famer. So you have at least two right now, I think. And then I think, other guys have potential or on that course. Worst behavior. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. What up, Philly 500? Are you ready for a repeat? I've been able to catch your streams all summer because I'm a dad now. Oh, you haven't been able to catch it. I'm a dad now, but I hope all is well. Worst behavior. I'm hanging in there, man. Congratulations on becoming a dad, man. That's awesome. And yeah, I get it. You're a dad. You got, I hear you. But congratulations, man. I get it. Carter's on his way. I think Landon Dickerson's possibly on his way. Jordan Mailata puts another few years together. He could be on his way. I mean, it's really early for Q and Coop, so we can't say anything about them. If Barkley does what I think Barkley's going to do this year, I think it's going to put him in a trajectory to get there. I think Barkley is a Hall of Fame talent, but right now he hasn't had enough good years because the Giants screwed him. What was your favorite non-Eagles Super Bowl 500? Ooh. You know what it was? It was the Rams-Titans back in the day. I really wanted Dick Vermeil to get a Super Bowl. And I really liked that. I really liked Kurt Warner and stuff. So I was rooting for Dick Vermeil to win a Super Bowl because I felt like, he's the ex-Eagle coach. So that would be my favorite non-Eagles. It looks like Johnny Wilson's getting a lot of play today. Johnny Wilson getting a lot of action with A.J. Brown out. Yeah, but where's my Darius Cooper? It's been very quiet so far with all the receivers, but really Johnny Wilson. We heard one play with Jahan Dotson, and everybody else has been quiet, but Wilson. Let's see if we can get any updates here. Johnny Wilson with a great catch. So Wilson just made another good catch, it looks like. There you go. Hurts touchdown pass to Devontae. Johnny Wilson getting a lot of action. A.J. Brown out. So there you go. So Devontae Smith, just like I said, usually he has big practices versus the Browns. I would say Jalen has something that a lot of quarterbacks in league history have never done. 200 yards pass, 70 yards rushing, 3 touchdowns passes, 7%, and win the game. Yeah. Hell yeah. Tarleton State ESPN Plus kid reminds me of Debo. Yeah, he reminds me of Anquan Bolden. That's who he reminds me of. I think Eli Manning, I think eventually he gets in, yeah. I think eventually. Philly Cooper's definitely making a team, in my opinion. All the coaches love him. Good player, even better person. I know, he seems like a great kid. Bennett got beat by Judy again just now. Oh, did he really? Where is that? Where did you see that at? Nothing. They don't keep score. Only Elliott Short Parks keeps stats. Yeah, Cooper DeJean and Darius Cooper. Ain't that great? Where can I get that? I got it on the Eagles website. I don't know if they still have it, but that's where I get it. Oh, man, I have no idea. No idea. He rides a tide, lift all boats. Wilson sees guys behind him stepping up crazy. Our wide receiver room used to be dog shit. It used to be. Our wide receiver depth is good, man. Over under 1,600. I'll go under. Not because like I think he's gonna have a bad year or anything. I just think that with all the other weapons you have, I think it's going to be hard. There you go. So Hertz, Ellie Park says Hertz has definitely picked it up at practice. Has gone on touchdowns on the last 2 possessions for first team offense versus the Browns. So there you go. Hertz took a little while. Hertz got going. He's good. Bennett will be targeted all. He good. Target him as much as possible. You know. Fly Eagles fly. 3rd Super Bowl coming to Philly this year. Let's go. Never seen an Eagles team this good before. I can't believe it. I hear you. Devontae Smith will be a Hall of Fame. I think you put like I said when they drafted him, fit him for his gold jacket now. I think eventually one day he will be. Yeah. Sanders, Shador stud, could be. He hasn't gotten any reps today. That's not okay. If he cooked like that. What are we talking about? I can't wait to Eagles cheerleaders again. What do you mean? Hurts will be in the Hall of Fame if he wins. I agree. I don't understand why they got rid of Isaiah Rodgers. I'm pretty sure they could have paid him what he wanted considering the Eagles paying. They could have. He wasn't that expensive. I don't know why either. Justin, thank you for your super chat. Lane likes to play next to Giants. Pryor is the biggest. But Steen is winning that right guard job. That I know for sure. You know. Think that dude trolling. I don't see anything about Bennett getting in the smoke like that. I saw one time, but that was it. Raheem Jones, feel better for her to stay hydrated. Thank you, my man. Mulata is a Hall of Fame trajectory if he could use it. Yeah, I think Mulata's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. I think Landon Dickerson's on a Hall of Fame trajectory. You know, it's hard to say guys after 1 year. I think Devontae Smith and Brown are. Yeah, I mean, what about Devontae? He's won it like what? He's won national title, Heisman, Super Bowl, like one of the few guys to do it, you know? I think he's on a trajectory too. Nothing. I got nothing. Ringo stands lying where he get beats again. Yo, Ward has 2 years left. A cap hit of only 13. I mean, I don't know. Are the Browns like? I know his name keeps coming up. Are the Browns really looking to trade him? That's what I want to know. Bennett got beat once or twice. I know for sure. He got beat once that I know of. I have heard nothing about him being beat twice. Only somebody said it. Justin, thank you for Super Chat. Do the Eagles have any quarterbacks in the Hall of Fame? That's a great question. I think they might have one. That's a good question. Nobody recent. I don't think McNabb gets in. I believe Randall should get in. I don't think McNabb gets in. I don't think Vic will get in. Jalen maybe. Eric Allen. Well, Eric Allen's in, but he said quarterback, right? Did I read that right? Was it quarterback? The Eagles are Super Bowl champions. Replica rings. They have the wings pop out. Where? I need it. Yeah, Eric Allen was a cornerback. No, Foles won't get in. Pickens and CD are going to kill. How are they going to kill him? What did Cooper DeJean held CD Lamb to 5 catches for 13 yards last year? He's going to shut CD Lamb down, and then Pickens is going to have to deal with Q. It's over for you. Yeah, he's a quarterback. There may be quarterback back in the days, but I don't know for sure. I think Randall deserves to get in because Randall changed the way that the position was played. Justin Davis Super Chat goes, Ringo, Brown, Steen will be the Eagles' weaknesses. Well, here's some good things. Steen has come on in the last few weeks. So Steen is starting to play much better. So that's a good sign. Brown, yeah. Brown and the cornerback position, I agree. That's the problem. Yeah, is Norman Van Brocklin in? Let me see. We might have one guy from back. Let's see. I don't know if Van Brocklin's in. I think he's in. Let me see. Let's see if he's in it. I don't know if he is. Yes, the Eagles do. He was inducted to the College Hall of Fame in 1966. And yeah, so the Eagles got one quarterback in for sure. Norman Van Brocklin's in. Tommy McDonald's a receiver, but yeah. So Norman Van Brocklin's a quarterback, and he was in the Hall of Fame. So we got one. But I think that's it, really. Sonny Jurgensen, the thing is I can't even consider him an Eagle. Why did Eagles traded him to Washington? So stupid. I believe Howie will end up getting another quarterback somewhere. He's going to do something. If nobody rises to the top here and takes over that position, he will. Remember the golden rule of offensive linemen is when you don't hear their name often, it's a good thing. Agreed. Get rid of Jackson before Ringo. I would. A lot of people with a lot to say, and we don't even get enough info to know anything. Remember Devin White and Dean last year. Agreed. And you know what? They're tweeting way less than last year. I think these guys all hold back. And then they go on their streams and talk about it after. I'm going to have to hire somebody next year to send me updates. Randall is in the Hall. No, Randall's not in the Hall of Fame, unfortunately. He should be. Give Bennett time. He needs to adjust to a new defense. Yeah, I agree. Brandley just said quarterback 2 is bad. Yeah, I mean, nobody's taken over for it. All right, here you go. So Jacorian Bennett has struggled since the pass breakup early in practice. Has allowed multiple receptions, one for a touchdown, and just got flagged for a defensive pass interference. So Bennett is struggling too. Here's how I look at it with Bennett, right? Give him a little bit of time. He just got here. This is only his second or third practice with the Eagles. Let him have a chance to adjust, but you can't have long. Sante Samuel, get on the phone. 500 rooting for Ringo because that fever. Don't let him stress you out. I won't. Randall was a better quarterback than McNabb. Yeah, I believe he was. Here's the thing, though. Randall changed the way you play the quarterback position, the way that they look at playing the quarterback position. When a guy revolutionizes a position, that could get him in just by itself. But I think if you put Randall Cunningham on those Andy Reid teams, I think the Eagles win 3 Super Bowls. I'm just being honest. I truly believe that. Princess Gamer, what's going on? That's not good for Bennett. He just got here though. Yeah, it's not good. But you know what? We got to give him a little bit of time. Let's see what he does tomorrow, today, rest of the day, tomorrow, and then come Saturday. That's more indicator and Cleveland trying to look good. They're only throwing to Bennett because they know he's new. Yeah, perhaps. McNabb was overrated. The fact that he never won Super Bowl, those rosters is, yeah. He should have won. Bennett is new, so it's probably going to take some time for him to get acclimated to defense. Plus, the Eagles are probably using a very vanilla defense right now. Yeah, I mean, we got to give him time. I'm not going to worry about it, but you know, it is what it is. You know how many times teams have a good wide receiver and 2 plenty of? Yeah. I think it's more getting acclimated to the scheme. Bennett will be fine. Yeah, we got to give him some time. McNabb should be in. I don't care. Okay. I think he's borderline. I think he's borderline. I can see arguments for why people would think so. And I can see why he wouldn't. I think it's borderline. But I think Randall changed the position. Yeah, McNabb was your favorite player. I love McNabb. McNabb pissed me off. You know when I soured on McNabb a little bit? After the Cincinnati Bengals game in overtime, if you guys remember, he gets out there and he goes, I didn't even know that there were ties in football. It's like, what do you mean you don't know that there's ties in football? It's like, dude, you're the quarterback of the team. You need to know what's going on. I did not like that. Really bothered me. Randall never took Eagles 4 straight championship games. Randall never had an offense like he never had a coach like Andy Reid. You put him on Andy. You put Cunningham on that team. I think he wins at least 2 or 3 Super Bowls. You credit McNabb or Reid for the early 2000s success. I think both of them deserve it. I think they both deserve it. But McNabb always came up small in the big moments. I saw McNabb when he talked shit about Hurts. I don't even remember that. 500, think about the teams we have now with the league rules quarterback. Cunningham would be MVP every year in the Eagles. I have no doubt. I think Cunningham would throw 40 touchdowns, rush for 600-700 yards easy every year. I think Cunningham was awesome. Remember, when Cunningham was at his prime, they had Buddy Ryan. Buddy Ryan said, Randall, go out and make 3 big plays a game, and then my defense will win the rest of it. That was it. That's all Cunningham had to do. He never really learned to play the quarterback position the way he needed to. If you give him Andy Reid, look at what he did when he went to Minnesota. I think Randall should be in the Hall of Fame, and I think Randall would have won 2-3 Super Bowls with Andy Reid. Oh, he's way better than Donovan McNabb. Way better than McNabb. It's like McNabb is here, Randall's here. It's not even close. Randall changed the position. You're taking 5 all day. I think most people in here probably would because most of them never really watched Randall. I love McNabb. He's the reason I'm an Eagle fan, but he was our Dak Prescott, slightly better. Yeah. Reed never bought a good receivers for McNabb whole career into T.O. We all know what happened then. Yeah, but he still was good enough. It's the same argument with Dak. He still was good enough to get to championship games. At some point when you're in the championship game, you have to rise up and you have to make the plays. You don't have the receiver, I don't have this, or I don't have that. That's just an excuse at some point to me. Like, he was at 3 straight NFC championship games and lost. And they were winnable. And they were at home. Yeah, I'd take Randall any day over McNabb. I soured over McNabb when he puked on the center-ass Super Bowl. And you agree, Randall's shit, my favorite Eagles player ever. He's my second favorite player ever. Cunningham plus our O-line with 4 Super Bowl. I think they would have won 2 with him. I really do. McNabb wins the Super Bowl with this Ross. Remember James trash talk? I don't know. You know, that's the question. Like, would Donovan win with the team we have? I don't know. I'm just being honest because we saw him with a good team, a really good team in 2004. And he played what? He threw 3 interceptions. They should have been up early on the Patriots, and he stunk it up. So I don't know. I don't know. I like McNabb. I just think Randall was a better quarterback. Andy runs the ball more when they win a Super Bowl, especially versus Tampa. Cunningham never made it to the Super Bowl 500. Your argument is contradicting. Well, you don't have to make it to the Super Bowl to be a better quarterback. He also didn't play with the offensive line that Donovan had. He also didn't have the coach that Donovan had. And you saw it when he went to Minnesota. He takes that team down in the NFC Championship game, puts them in a perfect position to win, kick a field goal, and what happens? The kicker misses it. That's not on Randall. I'd take Randall any day. Talent-wise, I would take Randall any day over McNabb. It's just the truth. Randall's going to get into the Hall of Fame. All right, here we go. Now we're talking. So we're getting here we go. Eagles and Browns are being separated after some pushing and shoving. Good. Fight. No, McNabb didn't make it to 4 straight Super Bowls, 4 straight championship games, NFC championship games. McNabb was a freaking winner that couldn't get over the hump. Randall was not better than McNabb. He was way better. How old are you? I just want to know, how old are you? Fight is right. Fight them mother humpers. Because what I tend to know is that people who watched Randall know he's better. People who've seen highlights of Randall don't understand it. I'm 33, so you're 33. So, yeah, you really came in probably you were young when Randall was playing, right? So you probably missed out. 25, 2000. Yeah, you were a little too young to see Randall play. Chris Scott says, I'm 55. Randall was better than McNabb. He was. He was. I mean, and look, McNabb had better coaching. He had a way better. Remember, Randall used to get sacked a lot. That offensive line stunk, and they had no running game. Ray Rhodes benched Randall. Yeah, because they wanted to go to the West Coast offense, and they threw it at him. It was just his time to go, Philly Fight, what play was it when you were completely done with Carson Wentz? It wasn't a play, it was an attitude. It was like all the crying about Jalen Hurts taking over for him and and he didn't want to come in. He didn't want to compete for the job. I thought that was really weak-minded. No, McNabb wasn't garbage. I like McNabb. Don't get me wrong. I like McNabb. But talent, Randall was on another level. What did he do better in terms of what? How many careers? I would say this. Randall won an MVP, I believe. He actually won 2, but they really ripped them off on 1. Randall was a better runner. I would say Randall was a way better passer, had way more touch than McNabb. McNabb always threw 90 miles an hour, and then he would one-hop it. Randall, I thought, was a better passer. I thought Randall was a better scrambler. I thought Randall was more of a revolutionary quarterback. McNabb went to 4 straight NFC Championship games, sure, but he lost, 3 of them. I'm 67, and I believe Randall was way better. He was able to extend the play. Yeah, I think if you watched Randall, you know what I mean. I do. And that's not to say I don't like Donovan. I do. I like Donovan. I thought it was a shame he couldn't win, but I like Donovan. Well, I just think Randall's on another level. Elliott Park's fight. What happened at the end of the special teams rep? Unclear who started. A huge group of players formed to try to break through. So they're fighting now. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. It doesn't matter. Cardick Green, thank you for super chat. He goes, 2 things can be right. Randall was better. McNabb, best long-term weapon was Westbrook. We needed at least one wide receiver to go TO for 1 year. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I don't disagree. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. It's all good. My big push now, I got Eric Allen in. I got to get Randall in the Hall of Fame next. That's my next fight. 500, if Lamar never goes to a Super Bowl, does he get Hall of Fame? He changed the game. I don't think so. I don't know that he changed the game. He's got 2 MVPs. I think that's a big help. Randall changed the game. There was nobody like Randall at the time. Never like McNabb passes the dirt. Yeah. Cunningham was way better than McNabb. Jalen's better than Randall or McNabb. Dude's the one. I think Jalen's on. I think Jalen's going to end up being the best quarterback in franchise history when it's all said and done. In terms of doing more with less, I'd say Randall was more like Iverson, but Vic is a good pull too. I loved Vic. Yeah. If you could have put, Eagles Vic commitment, to the game in early Vic with the Falcons, you would have had the greatest quarterback to ever play. Go, Jeff. Okay. All right. Yeah, he's giving us updates. Thanks for the Jeff Kerr thing. Thank you, Zach. All right. Just look, when we're talking about like McNabb and Cunningham, these are guys that I like. I love and revere both of them. So it's not, I want to make sure I don't hate one or the other. Let's see. 2 go balls caught by Jay Wilson early in practice. One was from McKeon 7-7, Hurts 11-11. Joe Flacco is the Browns' first-team quarterback. DeJean starting at safety. Here we go. One big takeaway from practice so far. The Eagles' run game is going to be very good again, per usual. Jordan Mailata had some excellent run blocks on Myles Garrett in 11-11, creating big holes for Saquon and Will Shipley. Brett Toth holding his own at left guard. There you go. That's pretty interesting. If Randall wasn't robbed of the MVP, I know. They gave it to, Montana? He played like 7 games. It was bad. It was really bad. Cunningham was my favorite quarterback growing up. I still is, and Jim Johnson is still my favorite. Yeah, fair enough. 500, you were choosing. Yeah, I know. Hey, Randall's like a soft spot in my heart, you know. Wow. So the Eagles' run game, I'm telling you, Barkley, don't. He's gonna have another big year. He's gonna have another big year. I love Randall. I love McNabb. I love them both. Roll Philly Dogs. David, I like McNabb. I would have loved to see Vic and T.O. That would have been interesting. T.O. helped McNabb. He did. Yeah. Randall and that Eagles D. I know. That's what I grew up on. Makuba will fit right in about week 4. I'm hoping we're going to get to see him play, this week. There's Merrill Reese talking to, here's a picture of Merrill Reese talking to Darius Cooper, Area 41. I love this kid. Love this kid. I want him to. He's been quiet today. We haven't heard anything about him at all. Let's see what we can find. So Jalen Hurts was just intercepted by a Browns defensive back, and the Browns sideline is celebrating. Interesting. That's what, 2 picks today? We got 1,200 people, I'll say. Can't even speak. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate. We're over 500. Oh, man. Yeah, that's 2 picks for Jalen. Browns cooking from it. It seems like the Browns defense is getting a little bit on us, but we came on a little bit and then he just threw the pick. I don't know if that's 2 or 3. 3 people are saying. Elliot, sure Parks will tell us. I'm sure. They're about an hour and a half into practice. All right, we're waiting. We need updates. If you guys see any updates, let me know who's doing it, and I'll go. Campbell has Jalen Tanner throwing in tight coverage. What do you think? Extremely risky. Well, maybe it's something they're trying or working on. You know what I mean? They want him doing and getting a look at practice. In a practice situation, I don't have a problem with it. In games, Rocky, thank you for the super chat, my man. Hurts and Bennett aren't having good practices. I haven't heard anything. Oh, yeah, Ja'Cory Bennett, not good practice. And Hurts, maybe not either. But you know who I haven't heard? I haven't heard anything from Darius Cooper. Thank you, Peter. I got like goosebump chills right now from this fever. But remember, the Eagles are trying out new offense. Agreed. Zangaro updated. Okay. I have him up here somewhere. I did. All right. I don't know why we're just getting this now. I don't know what this means. So Lane Johnson stopped taking team reps about halfway through today's practice. He's still out here as a spectator, but Pryor has been right tackles versus the Browns. So Lane Johnson's not taking. My guess is I don't know that he's injured. It could just be like, he's a veteran. He's had enough. They don't want to overwork him. You know what I mean? And then here, Lane Johnson and Cam Jurgens is also not out there. So why are those guys not out there? That's interesting. What up, Billy? How are you? Justin, thank you for Super Chat. Do you think Mahomes' Super Bowl performances are great? Well, I think some of them are great, yeah. I mean, not every one of them. I think the 2 losses weren't. But I do think the 49ers one was, dude, come on. In overtime, down 3, and you go down and you win it. Yeah, that's big time. Cam is out too. I'm wondering with both those guys out if they're just, Cam with his back, they don't want to overdo it. And Lane being a veteran, they may have just pulled him out and said, that's enough for you. Probably, yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping. Letting Becton walk was I kind of agree. I didn't like that. I was hoping he would stay. I want to worry about it. Just give him some other people if we need them later in the season. Snaps position off his line. Yeah, I agree. Jason goes, "What's up from New York? What I missed? Not much. Not much. Yeah, Lloyd, that's what I'm thinking. Our offense is going to be a problem, and I was not a fan of Kevin Patullo hire, and I'm still not. And Hurts has to be better throwing the ball this year for us to have a shot in our Super Bowl. I think Hurts will be better throwing. I think Jahan Dotson's going to be another weapon for him. But I just don't think teams can match up with that run game. Like, teams are not built to stop the run the way the Eagles run the ball. I think teams are about 2 years behind the Eagles. So as long as those running backs stay healthy, man, I think, and that line, I think we're going to be all right. I would not worry about it. Just give some other offensive linemen some snaps. Yeah, I'm not worried about it. It's not like he went into the tent. He's on the sideline. So I think he's all right. Justin, thank you for Super Chat. He didn't get a touchdown Super against Brady. Yeah, the one he lost. The 2 he lost, right? Yeah. Yeah, he lost 2 and he won 3. Think about it, though. That 49er game, that Super Bowl, Mahomes was down 3. 49ers go kick a field goal in overtime. Chiefs have the ball, and they go down and they score a touchdown to win it. I'm sorry, that's big time quarterback. Josh, thank you for Super J. Goes 3 more weeks till we sacrifice Dallas to the football gods for another ring. Oh yeah, we're gonna kill them. Oh, why throw when you have great running backs? Did you not watch the Super Bowl? Yeah, they're good. They're gonna run the ball. They got their running back group, in my opinion, is way better than a year ago. Like, I think they're much deeper. Let's see. Oh man. So Jurgen's not there. Lane's not there. Y'all do know Becton is hurt right now. I think I didn't know that. Is he really hurt, Becton? He got hurt? Wow, they already lost Slater. Josh Herman, thank you for the Super Chat. He goes, 3 more weeks till we sacrifice Dallas football gods. I think I read another ring. Absolutely. No, they said Shador hasn't had any snaps in practice, which tells you that he's going to play that Saturday game. We're going to get a lot of Shador. And let me thank everybody for being here with me. I appreciate it. Like I said, I'm sorry if I seem a little like, I got a fever this morning, ain't feeling too good. So I really just thankful you guys are here with me, and I appreciate your patience and dealing with me. So also, Eagle Contents Crew suggest AJ Dillon could be cut. Am I missing something? Dude played solid first. Why would they cut him? That doesn't even make any sense. Yeah, I don't know why anybody would suggest that. Look, the whole idea of the Eagles' offense, in my opinion, is to wear you down by the fourth quarter. You've got a three-headed monster. You got Saquon, who's big and physical. You got Jalen, who is big and physical runner, and then you have AJ Dillon to come in and be big physical guy too. You want those guys to pound defenses, and then that offensive line by the fourth quarter, they're going to be worn out. I don't. There's no way I would, especially based upon the preseason game. There's no way I'm cutting AJ Dillon. That's stupid. I don't know who said that, but I don't know what they're thinking. They must be thinking like outside the box about something. Williams said, Phil, you sick? I've been sick the last 3 days. You're hardcore, Phil. Yeah, man. I had 102-degree fever last night. They're just playing safe, giving guys looks after Dickerson. I agree. No, Gainwell couldn't block. No, I think I wasn't a big fan of Gainwell. Back then, hurt his ass. Philly 5, I tried to send you a link for a ring on Instagram. I don't know if you use Instagram. I usually listen to Z on 365. You know what? Bird Gang Girl, I have an Instagram. I don't go on there a lot. I'll definitely check it out. I appreciate you sending me that link. I really want to get myself a replica one. So thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm going to check after. Prior right guard told you? Told me what? If you're a true Philly fan, you know it's all about the money for the owners. If you say anything different, you just jump on the bandwagon after the Philly win. I don't know. I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? I mean, of course, the owners want to make money, but I do think I do think Jeffrey Lurie is a good owner. If you look at the amount of money he spends in dead money, in paying guys up front, in paying cash, right, to have these opportunities for Howie to do the things he does. This is what the league is all pissed off about with the Eagles, because there's cheap owners that don't like it that the Eagles do it because they feel like it's competitive advantage, but it's perfectly legal. Jeffrey Lurie spends money, so he does care about winning. You know, now you go back to Norman Brayman. All right, yeah, I'm with you. I lived through that. Let's see here. All right, practice is over. Practice is over. Jordan Mailata looked exhausted when the first team was done on a very hot and humid day. Mailata had a good day blocking Myles Garrett, but blocking him at a high level takes a toll. Yes, it does. So Mailata had a good day against him. And with that heat and humidity, now you know why. Now you know why Lane Johnson came out. The only takeaway from this practice that we should actually care about is the cornerback 2 spot is cooked. Everything else we saw today is vanilla. Yeah, I mean, to me, that's my biggest takeaway from today is that so far we still got a big problem at cornerback 2. Nobody is separated today, but we also can't just write like Ja'Cory Bennett off yet. The guys had like 2-3 practices with the team. We got to give them an adjustment period. Clint Hubert, thank you for the super chat. Appreciate it. What up, big homie? If McNabb had better relievers in the beginning of his career, we would have had a few bowls with him. Possibly. It's possible. Look, I think that Tampa game, like if they win the Tampa game, the one that closed the vet, they win that game, they're going to kill the Raiders in the Super Bowl. They would have killed the Raiders. I have no doubt. It's crazy. I can tell you this. The year the Eagles went to the playoffs and they played the Bears and they had the Fog Bowl, they were going to Super Bowl. They were going to the Super Bowl that year. That team was ready to go. Randall was an MVP. He was all over the place, and that defense was nasty. And then out of nowhere, this fog comes in. I've never seen anything like it. It was the first time I ever watched the Eagles a playoff game. It was the most bizarre thing. They didn't stop the game. You couldn't see. And and it killed the Eagles. I really think if that Fog Bowl doesn't take place, I think the Eagles win the Super Bowl. And if you were old enough to remember that game, you know what I'm talking about. Early in that game, they had a couple touchdowns. One to Keith Jackson. I think one that maybe was Chris Carter. And they kept getting called, or Mike Quick, and it kept getting called back with penalties, bogus penalties. And then the fog came in. Nick Davis Super Chat, he goes, they killed the Raiders that year we lost to Tampa. Agreed. What McNabb had that Randall didn't have is he had a way better offensive line. Backup tight ends, very, 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 very quiet. Haven't heard much. That game, yeah, it was a crazy game. We just sat there trying to follow the ball in the fog. Yeah, I mean, it was the weirdest thing ever. Yeah, they had Keith Byers. Chicago used fog ball and fury to what? It is. Chicago used a fog machine. He did. They couldn't see 3 feet in front of them. It sounds like you have a touch of flu. Yeah, I had 102-degree fever last night. I still have a fever right now. I got chills and everything. I'm not feeling too good. Yeah, practice is over. I might skip the recap video today just because I got so much to do at work and with my kids, and then I'm not feeling good. I might just rest up and then come back ready to go tomorrow. I cried watching that game. Me too. Anton Davis used to get Randall killed. Jeez. Remember, yeah, who was the other guy? There's another guy too. Damn it, who's trying to remember? He got caught on steroids. He stunk after he came back. Their offensive line stunk back then. And they had no real running game. Anthony Toney wasn't a good running back. Byers was good out of the backfield catching the ball, but he wasn't really a good running back. He's Sherman, call out sick. I can't today. I can't. It's a shame Chris Carter left. Mike Quick was injury prone. They had both of them, Keith Jackson, early in '89, right? And then remember what Buddy did. He goes and he drafts Fred Barnett, Calvin Williams, and they're both immediate impact guys. One thing with Buddy, he always did good job talent evaluating. Browns had a tough defense trolling us aside. Eagles got good work today. It got great work today. Oh, my God, Lester Holmes. Remember him? David Alexander. That's right. Yeah. I forget who was the center. Not center. Who was the lineman they traded from the Colts? And he was supposed to be like all pro, and he comes to Philly, and then they catch him on like steroids, and then he's all, yeah, Chris Carter. He was an Eagle. NFL have spent on the Fog Bowl, the game no one saw. Yeah, I saw that. Dude, that was the first Eagles playoff game I ever watched. I was so excited the Eagles were in the playoffs. I'd never seen the Eagles in the playoffs. And the Fog Bowl hits. Ron Heller. Yeah. Salt. Yeah. Salt was the guy. Yeah, he got caught in steroids. He was supposed to help our line. Remember that? Then he came back and stunk. Yeah. Those are some bad offensive lines, man. Okay, High 500, what's going on? I think we'll have a better practice tomorrow. Patullo might have had Hurts trying things out to see what he could do. Yeah, I wouldn't worry or get caught up in who won practice in terms of like who won one. To me, the cornerback situation is more of the concern. Damn, Chris Carter was stuffing his face with booger sugar. Wow, yeah, he had to get out of town. Steroid Ron, that's right. Buddy Ryan was such. I love Buddy Ryan. I just love Buddy Ryan. But Buddy Ryan was like, Randall, make 3 big plays a game and my defense will do the rest. Never taught Randall how to be a quarterback. Never taught him to read defenses. Never told him that stuff. He didn't learn a lot of stuff until he went to Minnesota. And then when Gruden came in as the offensive coordinator, he was just impatient. He was just impatient with McNabb. And that's a problem. Philly, wear the ring on Sill's show. Put it in Holmes' face. I gotta get one. That's why Buddy Ryan sent him to the Vikings to save his career and not get busted. Philly, right? Exactly. Conwell played offensive line. Phew. Buddy was funny as hell. He was. Yeah, that fog bowl killed me. No, well, let me see if he texts me. I don't think I am. No, I don't think so. Nah, I don't think I'm doing it today. He didn't text me, and I don't think I can do it. I'm just not feeling good. Randall quarterback coach passed out, and he started regressing. Yeah, you remember he passed away? They Eagles had the wings, you know, and to honor the quarterback coach that died, they put the black tape on the wings. Remember that? They don't ever show you that, but they put black wings. They put black tape on the wings for the rest of that season. Carlos, thank you for the super chat. 500 salute. Get better, my guy. I just saw an interest that our Eagles use 28 different offensive lineman combinations, which is fourth in the most in the NFL. That's crazy. Wow. Yeah, that's really crazy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate super chat. I'm going to try to get better. I'm going to try to rest up. Buddy would tell somebody they were sucking all the oxygen out of the stadium. He would. He was great. He used to call the owner the man in France. Remember that? He would call Norman Braman the man in France because Norman Braman was always in France or doing something high society, never really doing what he needed to do to put, what they needed. I really wish I kept eyes there. I agree. Could you imagine saying that Body Bag's statement today? Oh, you get fined. I know, right? I know you would. You couldn't get away with that today. Ugh. Buddy would tell somebody they were sucking up. Buddy was hilarious. He hated Dallas. Just the fact that he did the fake knee. For those that don't know, the Dallas Cowboys game few weeks earlier that season, there was a strike, and a lot of the Cowboys players crossed the picket line and came back. So Dallas had all their guys, and the Eagles had all these scab guys, and they said that they were going to take it easy on the Eagles and not run it up because the Eagles didn't have their guys. So Dallas ends up going out there and runs up the score on the Eagles. And then a few weeks later, when everybody comes back, the Eagles are playing Dallas at the Vet. Buddy Ryan, the Eagles are going to win the game, and Cunningham gets ready to kneel, right? He's in kneel formation. Fakes the kneel, and they throw a bomb to Mike Quick that gets pass interference at the 1, and with 1 second left, the Eagles run up the score in Dallas. Tom Landry was so pissed off. Buddy was running off the field, going like this. I mean, how can you not like that? You can find that on YouTube if you want. It was hilarious. To me, that's when I loved Buddy. Yeah, that was great. We're going to get some people that one Buddy would say, right? Oh, my God, we had to live through NFL replacement players. You guys don't know how good you have it now, right? It's true. It was cool. You can find it on YouTube, I'm sure. Yeah, Dallas went 1-15. Dallas had most of their players cross the picket line. Yeah, they did. They're scumbags then. They're scumbags now. I almost cried in 2003 NFC Championship game versus Tampa. I have never gotten. Well, I would say to you that the biggest loss that I've ever felt, like that Tampa game, I didn't even say anything. I sat there all day, all night. I didn't have nothing to say, except for when they interviewed me on CSN or whatever. Love that Vic giving all the linebackers first team reps. Yeah, London. Yeah, Munden. Yeah, he's pretty good. What the hell are we going to do at cornerback 2? I'm officially worried. How he had many chances to upgrade, but I believe Ringo. Well, I say before you worry completely, let this week play out, okay? Bennett had a bad practice today. However, let's see how he comes back from it. That's what we want to see. He's only been here, 2-3 days in terms of practicing. Give him time. Give it to Saturday. Let's see how everything goes. And then starting Monday, then it's officially time to start worrying. 500, you probably get sick from the poor air quality. This shit's been awful lately. Maybe. I mean, I never got a fever or a flu from that I know of. Yeah, that Tampa game when they closed the vet down. Horrible. Last game at the vet. McNabb took the Eagles out of the shithole. Won it 5 out of 6 years. They hadn't won since 1988. Yeah, it's true. I'm not worried about Ringo. There's still 2 more games to play, and Ringo didn't have a bad practice today. Yeah. No, definitely not allergy. This is something more. The vet was a sewer with seats. I loved it. Except for, like, the only thing about the vet is, like, when you used to go to the vet, I wouldn't drink anything because the bathrooms were the worst in anywhere I've ever been. Like, the bathrooms, especially at halftime, it was ridiculous. Like, I would have to leave. Like, I would go to the bathroom, like, midway through the second quarter just to be able to get in there because once the halftime came in, those bathrooms were horrendous. That was the one thing about the vet. I hated the bathrooms. That was a shithole, but it was our show. Right, exactly. Late today, Philly, what happened today? I would say, mostly the big thing, I think, is that the cornerback 2 spot is still a problem. They didn't have a great day. What was the best game you witnessed? That I witnessed ever? You mean like live? Remember when when Donovan did that whole shake thing? I was at that game like 7th row in that end zone. So I saw that right in front of my face. That was a really great game. And then first game I ever went to was Cunningham versus the Patriots. And he ran for like 50 yards down the field. Those would be the 2 biggest ones. I've never been to a playoff game though. I'd rather have Dickerson take game 1 off to make sure his knee is good, but left guard could be a big issue against the Cowboys considering Green is injured too. Yeah, I would prefer to let him sit out because then you play on Thursday, then you got basically like a mini little bye. It's like another 10 days. So I kind of agree with you. I don't think it matters who you put left guard left guard. I don't think it's going to matter. Dallas defense stinks. Super Bowl 59. Super Bowl 59. I know the 52 is the first one, but I just think that team is so dominant. Pryor will be a backup swing guard. Probably. Raiders 1980 were picked to win after beating Dallas. Get there, yeah. For the first 4 games were very tough, but Game 5 is where our season starts. We will not be the same team Week 5 as we were coming out of camp. Probably. Look, I just don't think any of these teams are going to have. I think they're all going to have a problem stopping the run. Jacorian will be cornerback 2. Book it. He has to be better. He wasn't good today. Went to a place that was a tough. Was a true through water running down 50 feet long, 3 foot deep, nothing but trough, no urinals, and it was the worst. Dude, I hated it. I wouldn't even drink. We'd be there. People would be like, "You want a soda? You want to drink?" No, I just didn't want to go to that bathroom. Eagles will go corner first round next draft unless they trade for a premier corner. Maybe. I always watch you from the Philippines. Thank you, Thomas, man. Shout out to you in the Philippines. My first game was at the Link in 22. We lost to the Chiefs and Tyreek went off with. Oh, I remember that game. Yeah. I remember that game. I went to the Link and I was working at UPS and I called out. And I swear, I don't know if it's true. I came in and they were like, "We saw you on TV." And I'm like, "Nah." And they're like, "You went to the Eagles game." And I was like, "Nah." I don't know. To this day, I don't know if they really saw me or they were just like, if they were just like, projecting and busting my balls. I don't know. What the hell is that? Did my wife forget her phone today? Philly, best game in person for me was 1980 AFC Championship game vet. Section 372 end zone when we smacked. Oh, that must have been a great game to be at. Deny. I did. I denied. I just, but I still to this day, I don't know if they were serious or not. Philly Sanders got hurt in practice today. Miles Sanders? What's Sanders? Shador? I don't know. I don't think he did. I don't think he took a rep. If you're talking about Shador, I don't think he took a rep today. My first in-person game was 2021 when Jalen broke that Saints. Oh, yeah, that was awesome. Do you think we sign a free agent cornerback too? I think anything's possible. Shador, I didn't hear anything about him getting hurt. I know that he didn't take any reps today, from what I heard. All right, let's do this. Because I don't know if I'm going to do an afternoon video today because I just don't feel good. And I'm in like slow mode. I might just rest up my voice and stuff. But let me show you this. Jalen, 16-24, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, grade C-. Come on. That's so ridiculous, dude. Best game I went to was the 44-6 beatdown Cowgirls Dawkins last game where we forced 2 fumbles, 1 in Roma. Yeah, right. That was the game to get into the playoffs, right? We had it was like crazy things happened that day during the day that gave the Eagles a chance to get in. Hey, Phil, how's Kent today? It was all right. Play Mark Melton. Yeah, as soon as I go, I will. I didn't hear anything about Shador. What did you guys hear him? So many great memories from training. Yeah, I remember Lehigh. We used to go there. Might be time to give Asante. It might be. I say give it till Monday. Trot Jr. very solid. I think Trotter Jr. is very solid. I think he might not make a bunch of splash plays, but he just makes plays and he just does the right thing. I like his instinct. I think he's very smart. I think he's a solid linebacker, and I think he'd be a solid starter. You know, I like him a lot. My first game was at the vet, Bobby Hoying versus Tiki and the Giants. We got blown out. I got very sick from seeing 700 level. Had the flu for weeks. Yeah. My dad thought Bobby Hoying against the bench. Like, this kid's going to be a Hall of Famer. Oh, Westbrook one was, I agree. Yeah, Trotter, solid pro. Agreed. Romo fainted and wept their life. He was a choker, too. I would rather bring in Sante Samuel Jr. I'd rather bring in the young guy than the old guy, you know? That's just me, though. Oh, man, I got to go take some ibuprofen. I got to go take something. I'm not feeling good. All right, guys. Well, listen, I'm going to let you guys go. Thank you so much for joining me today. Like I said, I'm sorry I'm not feeling too good. I apologize. I'm leaning towards just resting the rest of the day. I might not make a video and then just try to come back stronger and feeling better tomorrow. So if you don't see another video, you know why. And if I feel better later, maybe I'll do one. I just don't know. But let me thank you guys so much for joining me. I am going to get out of here. And with that said, you guys have a great, great day. Peace.
2 minutes to go. You have plenty of time.
Come on.
Oh, shit!
Dad!
No!
It's over!
Oh,
It's
shit.
over! This game is over! Cut it off! It's over!
Fuck.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay! Congratulations, Green Bay!
I said run the ball.
Congratulations, Green Bay! Dak Prescott, you need to be fired today! That was on you, Dad! That was on you, Dad! That was on you, Dad!
I said run the ball.
That was on Dak Prescott! Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb! Trying to feed the CeeDee Lamb! You tried to feed the CeeDee Lamb! You got to give it to CeeDee Lamb! God! It's over! It's over, Dak! Put Trey Lance in the game. Trey Lance can't do worse than you.
I'm an idiot because I buy into this shit. I buy into this shit. Because here's the thing. I am a grown-ass man. And I talk the talk. It is killing me.
I feel it coming. I feel like it's going to take Jerry Jones taking. Cut it off. It's over.